Yo, what's going on, guys? Today, obviously, it's Aidan Michaels, me, Jack Weisberg. We are in this and we are doing NBA bracket challenge. So we're going with the assumption that the Grizzlies are going to beat the Mavs. I think this is tomorrow night. And that the Heat are going to beat the Hawks. Just based on what we've seen. That's got to be, what we think is going to happen here. So we're going to start on the West. And we're just going to give you our thoughts and we'll go through the first round and uh yeah, you're going to love it. So, Aiden,
Yes, sir.
first matchup, man. We have the Thunder and the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
How do those two match up in the first round?
Whew. I mean, listen, Ja's my boy. I mean, those are his words. It's not a grenade. Those are just his words. That's what he says. I love Ja. He's one of my favorite players. He's electric. He's my favorite player in that series. With that being said, Oklahoma City in four.
Wow.
What I got? It's a sweep, clean sweep. You feel me? It's a clean sweep.
I do feel you. Jaw's a little banged up going into the series. You got
Yes.
it's going to be interesting. I mean, the West, all these matchups are extremely interesting. I honestly think there's no lock in the West. I mean, anyway, I'm going off topic here, but I think that OKC is going to win, but I think the Grizzlies could take two games against them.
Wow.
I just think when you have a guy like Jaren Jackson Jr., that's probably going to be matching up with Chet Holmgren. Uh, Jaren Jackson's obviously, as we know, a defensive player of the year candidate. And he's a much bigger guy than Chet. I think he bullies him a little bit, and I think that he gets some work done defensively off ball as well. But I'm gassing them up, and they're only going to win two games. So give it to the Thunder.
All right.
Um, let's move on to the Nuggets Clippers here. And this one, this is God, one of my favorite series in the first round here. The Clippers are playing beautiful basketball right now. Then you look at the Nuggets, fire their head coach. Uh, Jokic is really putting the team on his back. Nothing new with that. Jamal has not been a reliable player as of late. Neither has Michael Porter Jr., someone that you're going to need to rely on if you're going to win this series alone. I mean, we're going to need to see Westbrook taking high percentage shots if they want a chance. I think it's going to be an amazing series. I have Clippers in seven.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, like you said, Jokic putting the team on his back. I mean, he's one of the greatest players of our generation for sure, and he'll probably go down as one of the greatest players of all time when it's all said and done. I try my best to be unbiased. I really do. And for those of you that already saw the NHL video would know that maybe you would think otherwise, but I just can't put the Clips ahead. I just can't. Listen, you got to watch out for Kawhi. He's one of my favorite players of all time. Obviously, what he did for Toronto and when the Raptors won it in 19. He turns it up in the playoffs. But I'm taking Denver and I got him in six.
Interesting. Um, I do just want to say a large part of me fading the Nuggets in this series is just the situation going on with the franchise right now.
Yeah.
I don't think that helps in the same way. We didn't talk about it with the Grizzlies, but the same thing happened with them. Taylor
Mhm.
Jenkins got fired less than 2 weeks before the end of the season. I
Yeah.
think that does not positively impact your team, especially when those coaches are really good coaches. With that being said, so we disagree on that one.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we agree on this one. We have the Lakers and the Timberwolves. Really an interesting matchup. The Lakers are bigs, Jackson Hayes. And after that, we kind of go small. We get Vanderbilt in there a little bit, Dorian Finney-Smith in there a little bit. but we're not gonna have in the rotation for the playoffs like another true center. I mean, LeBron will be playing the five a little bit, but I just think that with the Lakers having 1 through 5 when Jackson Hayes isn't in that can shoot and that can guard the three, I think that is underrated. And that I think that a few years from now, all the best teams will be able to do that. And I think it's going to be a really good series. I have the Lakers in 6 um, because of Luca and AR, and then LeBron as a little cherry on top
Yeah.
of just like, how are you going to stop this? How? You can't. Straight
I'm
up.
I'm with you. I think this is a series that's going to cement, well, hopefully this whole playoff is going to do this, but it's going to cement Austin Reeves as an all-time great Laker. And I think he's going to dominate. First of all, I know Luca, LeBron, it's a mouth-watering combo, but man, AR is going to kill it. And I think he's going to bring the Lakers to glory, especially in this first series. Um, Listen, I'm in Wisconsin, right? So I'm surrounded by a lot of Minnesota kids. In fact, I'll be watching the game on Saturday with a Timberwolves fan, which is going to be tough. I know. So it's not, and the worst part is I'll be on my vocal rest, so I won't be able to talk. So we got to let the Lakers do the talking. All I got to say is you can be from Minnesota, you could drive a Toyota, you could go to North Dakota, Lakers in 5. No, I'm just kidding. I got him in 6. I got him in
Oh,
6 though, but yeah, I'm still picking LA. We're taking the dub. Come on. Minnesota's out, brother. They're out. So I'll leave it at that.
I like it. Just things to consider in this matchup here. JJ Redick, obviously first year head coach, has really uh, had one of the best defensive schemes in the NBA this year. And Chris Finch, the Timberwolves coach, has really had quietly a great year. They're 14 games above 500. And yeah, I mean, the Timberwolves are not a team to be counted out. That being said, Lakers in 6.
Yeah.
Let's move on to, I mean, I think this is the best series we got here. I mean, minus 200 favorite 7 seed, the Warriors, against the Houston Rockets, young squad led by Jalen Green and Alperen Sengun, uh, playing here against Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy Butler, might I add. Throw Draymond Green in there. And you know what? I'm going to bring up Brandon Pajemski because he has been on a tear lately. I hate to say it because, not a huge fan of the Warriors, but he flamed us the other week and then just kept it going against every team he played. His confidence is off the charts. And with him playing like that, the Warriors are going to be really tough to lose because, uh, I mean, you can't stop Curry, right? In the playoffs, you really have no clue what you're getting with Jimmy. I mean, uh, all you know is it's going to be all-time great status. Um, it's tough, man. It's really tough. It's a 7 game series, no matter what, for me. I think Sengun is an underrated, just like controller of the game, much like Jokic. Um, Even though that's an unfair comparison, he has demonstrated that he's the his basketball IQ is up there. And I'm taking the Warriors in 7. I could also see this being a quicker series.
Yeah, I mean, all I got here is Chef Curry and playoff Jimmy. They're gonna reignite the fire for Bay Area fans, and they are going to win this series. And I also have Golden State in 7. So I'm glad we were both thinking, even though this is a 7-2, on paper it looks a little crazy. The Dubs are taking it for sure. Well, I shouldn't say for sure, but I believe they will.
I also believe it's for sure. And that is just solely banking on a guy like Steph Curry and a guy like Jimmy Butler,
Yeah.
who just came off the first pair of 35 point in a game. they both had 35 points, and they're both over 35 years old, which is,
Right.
it shows that they do not seem to be slowing down anytime soon. I'd be scared of this tandem going into the future as well.
Yep.
It's time to head over to the East, Aidan, and
Yeah.
we have a team that's, been labeled frauds for a few years now, since they brought in Donovan Mitchell, a playoff just bucket, straight bucket is Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs. And they play against Eric Spoelstra and the Miami Heat in our scenario here. Who you got?
I mean, it's not a matter of who, it's a matter of in how many games. I think I'm gonna go with five here and say it's Cleveland in five. And I would have put, I think I initially actually had them winning in four. I just felt a little weird about having both one seeds sweeping their way to the second round. So I just gave a game to the Heat. But it'd be funny if it's Atlanta, by the way. You never know.
You never know.
But I think regardless, I'll give a game to either the Heat or the Hawks, but Cleveland in five.
The more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm making myself do something I might regret. And that's I'm gonna take the Heat to actually beat the Cavs here.
Bro, you think LeBron still play? Is this is LeBron playing or is D Wade's playing, right? Or Chris
Tyler
Bosh is?
Hero is playing. All right.
Oh, okay.
Tyler
Close.
Hero is playing. Dude, just the other night started off the game, I think 11 for 11. He could not miss. And you have the best coach in the league. You have a center that comes to play come playoff time and Bam Adebayo. And you have some sneaky depth here that hits shots when they're open, plays defense. You have Duncan Robinson that's gonna come hit 2 to 3 threes off the bench. Um, I know I'm like not even talking about the Cavs here. I just think that Evan Mobley, he's gonna have a good series, but if Jared Allen can't control the paint as much as they'd like, yeah, this is crazy. But Miami and
Let,
six.
before we move on, I'm just curious. Obviously, uh, I get what you're saying about the depth and what you're saying about Miami totally makes sense. Coach wise, star power wise, hero going crazy. I just question whether that's enough. Like that's good on paper. It's good for a good regular season. Get yourself in a playoff spot, get themselves into the play-in like they did. Is that good enough to contend against the best team in the East? I don't know.
It is if, they come out with the mentality of we're playing a 10 seed, which they are. And,
You think?
I mean,
It's a
the,
rookie mistake to go in there being like, we're gonna. They might do that for game one. You don't think by game two or game three they're really, oh shit, this team we got to really lock in here.
I think that, all these guys on the Heat have something to prove. Jimmy Butler was damn near begging to get traded off of that team. I think that they have something to prove just as much as the Cavs.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it. And I feel that the Heat are gonna say, Jimmy, we win playoff games without you. We did it last year when you were injured. Watch us go do it again. Watch us show that it wasn't all the Jimmy Butler show the whole time you were here. You had some help along the way.
Right.
So with that take, that, we'll see how that ages. We're moving on to the Pacers and the Bucks here. It's a good series, man.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends have the Pacers taking this. Tyrese, they got Siakam, Miles Turner, and a lot of good depth on the wing. But I'm pretty sure news just dropped today that Dame is actually going to be available. And to me, that changes the whole series. You have Dame and Giannis in the playoffs. I mean, don't ask me twice when I say Bucks and six.
Yeah, they don't know 100% if he's going to be back for game one, but should be back in the series. And I'm a big feeling guy when it comes to picking these. So I got to stick with my Wisconsin brothers on this one and go for Milwaukee, though I do have them in seven. I think a lot of people have written them off, especially, the uncertainty of Dame. But I think now that we know that he's going to be back at least at some point in this first round, we think I got to go with the Bucks here. So Milwaukee in seven, and the reason why I have it in seven is because maybe Dame won't be clicking in game one, or who knows. But yeah, I got the boys in green taking
feel
this
like
one here.
we definitely spent a lot of time like talking about the Bucks and that, and like that is nothing taken away from the Pacers. This
Yeah.
Pacers team is better than they were last year. Uh, and obviously they did what they did last year. But you're betting against Giannis and Dame, so I'm not going to do that. Now for another very interesting one, you have the Knicks and the Pistons here. A lot of analysts that probably are on the verge of losing their job after saying this have been saying that Cade Cunningham is the best player in this series. Um, that's just not true, guys. It's Jalen Brunson. Um, and I mean, yeah. So obviously, Cade's not the best player in the series, though they do have a very electric team. They shoot threes, very efficient on offense. Knicks been really inconsistent pretty much all season, but look at them. They're the three seed, granted in the East. They're the three seed. And this Knicks team, just from the offseason, we were all looking at this roster saying this team's going to beat the Celtics, or this team can at least compete with the Celtics.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to stray away from thinking that just because they've had uh it's crazy. They're the three seed and we're calling it disappointing, but it was by a lot of people's standard a disappointing season for the Knicks. And I have them waking up. Oh, I keep doing six, but I have them winning the six.
Okay. I've got, listen, I love how Detroit's in it. Um, I think it's shocking given the Pistons that we've seen over the last several years, even just last year. As much as I want Detroit to win, I think it'll be New York, and I think it'll be in five. So I've got the Knicks and the Knickerbockers in 5 games here. Sorry, Detroit fans.
Very interesting uh brackets we have going on here.
Yeah,
Um
it's true. Yeah.
last matchup here is the Celtics and the Magic. The Magic, they wanted the Celtics. I mean, they whooped the Hawks. And they had all their fans chanting, "We want Boston. We want Boston."
That never goes well, does it?
Hey, no, I felt that energy. And this is a team that's been building
Mm.
for I mean, what seems like an eternity, but they really do have a squad. Um, they just don't have the offensive firepower to keep up with the Celtics, unfortunately. I do think they take a game though. I have Celtics in five.
Generous. I've got Orlando in 6. I'm just kidding. Nah, I got Boston in 4, bro. Yeah, sorry. I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't watched pretty much any of the Magic this year. But I don't think I need to when they're going up against a team like Boston. I know it sounds ignorant, but I mean, you said Boston in 5. I got Boston in 4. I mean, it's a bit generous to even give them a game, but stick with Boston here. Yeah, Celtics are for sure winning. If it were up to me, I would choose Orlando, but it's not. It's up to the players, and I think the players will have it so it goes Boston's way.
All right. Well, looking back on our bracket, we both had OKC. We were
Yep.
split on Nugs Clips.
Yep.
Uh, Lakers, we both had. Warriors, we both had. I think the surprise of the day is the split in the Cavs Heat series here.
Yep.
Um, and then both had Milwaukee, both had Knicks, and both had Celtics.
Yeah, a lot of agreeing here.
A lot of agreeing, but some healthy disagreeing, I would
Yeah,
say.
if you want to call the Cleveland one healthy, then
It might not be, but I mean, I'm just like you said. I mean, we agreed on every game except, or every series except Nuggets Clippers there. So
yeah, yep, yep.
something had to happen, and the Heat stepped up to the plate. They said, "Pick me."
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, let's see
but
if they win tomorrow, eh? Jeez.
oh yeah, they still gotta
Not
do
not
this
in the playoffs
game.
yet, but
Yeah.
but
Um,
yeah.
but that's our bracket, guys. I mean, we'll come back for the second round, especially if we have, the matchups that we want to see, whether that's Clippers, OKC, Thunder, OKC, Lakers, Warriors, Knicks, Celtics, Bucks, Cat. Just some very exciting second round series to look forward to. But that's all we got for you on this one. Uh, so I think we're out. Are we out?
I think we're out, man.
All right. We out.
Peace.